This full moon in October 6th is a key turning point in your life. But not only that, it will feel like a reset. This is no ordinary full moon, it is a super moon. And because of that, things will be way more emotional and way more intense. So let's dive right into it. This is a very powerful moon, super moon, I should say. On October 6th, 11:47 p.m. Eastern Time, the moon in Aries will stand directly opposite the sun in Libra, and this is when it reaches its peak. This is also known as a harvest moon. This lunation is extra potent because it's also a supermoon, the first of three in 2025. A supermoon occurs when the moon is at its closest point to Earth in its orbit. So obviously, of course, this is going to be super powerful. And what makes it stand out is the fact that it's karmic, generational, and it's about breaking patterns you didn't sign up for, whether it's hyper independence, beliefs, or some sort of belief that you need to hustle. By all means, this is a time of balance. And by all means, this moon is going to show up. This moon is going to bring out everything. And that's what all full moons do. They tend to amplify, right? Like people feel like full moons are hard and you feel a certain way. What's really happening is everything's just getting amplified. And all those things that I said will get amplified. It will be very emotional and very difficult for many of you. And this is obviously a good time for you to also um, obtain some abundance. I'll be breaking it down for every sign. So by all means, of course, shout out to Cosmopolitan. I'm very bad with names, but we're definitely going to be getting into this, all right? So a lot of us are being reminded that we need that inner flame, right? Obviously, we want to have a lot of energy, we want that fire in us, and this is definitely what it's all about. We definitely want that, and this is a time to get that flame back. So you can do all the things that you want to do, right? And again, we don't want to be aggressive, and assertive doesn't mean aggressive. It means saying what you need with clarity and respect without shrinking or exploding or getting mad. So this is definitely a very, very interesting time. And many of you need to recognize every sort of negative pattern you have, every sort of thing that comes up for you, everything. Start paying attention to it because it's definitely um, a sign. And many people don't realize a full moon every time things you're always going to get amplified, but every full moon does have a different theme. So obviously this one will be very, very hectic. And again, the energies have been here for a few days and they're going to last until probably the 10th or the 11th, let's say. And it's going to be quite intense, so see everything that pops up. I've been feeling pretty good though. And again, some of us will experience a lot of things, and that's fine. There's a lot of things happening right now, whether you do follow the Schumann resonance or you follow specifically astrology. There is so many things going on right now, and I definitely recommend you checking out my other videos. I have a full blown video on this whole month breaking it down. Now let's break it down for every sign because obviously this is all about it's very karmic, generational, things coming up from the past, very emotional, and getting your inner flame back. It's a reset for many of you, and by all means, get it. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna kick off with Aries. Um, it is spotlighting everything about your identity and how you express yourself. You've been carrying old stories, and you have to let all these things go. Are you mistaking independence for isolation? Have you been quick to flare up in arguments? Take a pause, right? So definitely working on your communications and stuff. For Tories, um, this will be bringing subconscious fears, hidden defenses to the surface, and you may notice avoidance creeping in. You might feel silent, right? Gloss things over or retreat instead of confronting what's really bothering you. So you're not going to be able to get away with that. Definitely got to find some balance and don't disappear. For Gemini, um, it will be showing you where your social life has been thriving and where it's been draining. So definitely Um, find the right people, find your vibe, and I would assume, again, this definitely has to do with relationships, so you might have to cut some people out, or work on it. Speak directly but with grace. For Cancer, this is big for your career and reputation. It is pulling forward questions about how you've been seen publicly and whether you feel respected in your work. You may notice deprivation or deprivation. I'm bad with words today. Defense patterns or pretending you don't have needs, hiding your ambitions or downplaying your worth to avoid conflict. Um, Aries doesn't want any of that. Yeah, Aries doesn't want anything to do with any of these signs. Oh my goodness. Um, so overall, of course, it's pushing you to claim your space, ask for the promotion, um, the raise, and the recognition without waiting for someone else to validate you. Leo, you might find yourself face to face with avoidance, the part of you that distracts or entertains instead of facing hard truths. This energy demands you to be brave enough to confront what you've been avoiding, and whether it's applying to booking a trip or anything like that, or a program you want to apply to, or you've been hesitating on, assertive communication is key. So definitely communication. There's a lot of communication in this portal, and unfortunately, of course, I think a lot of people, relationships might come to an end, or we don't know, right? Like there might be some relationship stuff going on here. So hopefully you do not have a struggle with your relationship, because this is definitely a theme of communication, especially with Mercury coming in as well. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I know for a fact that communication is pretty key, and this is going to be a very tough one for many people. So if you're in a relationship, oh boy, hopefully you got a good one. Besides that, of course, there might be some communication issues. For Virgo, this supermoon is going to be very emotional. Themes of intimacy, money, and power sharing will rise up. You'll be pulled into confrontations that trigger overactivity, right? That's definitely me. I'm a Virgo. Something else is defensive may set you off, or you may feel like every little thing is an attack. Yeah. This is where assertive communication becomes your saving grace instead of spiraling into blame or retreating. Name the truth clearly. This is what I need to feel safe. This is what I need to feel safe, or this is where my boundary lies. It's not about control, it's about clarity. Releasing old patterns of decisiveness or defensiveness, open space for deeper, more vulnerable connections. Trust that the fire you're feeling is now meant to purify, not consume. I definitely struggle with, like, I usually just cut people off, but like, and just when I say cut them off, I mean like remove them from my life. Um, but yeah, big. That's big. Libra, if you've been bending over backward to avoid conflict, the imbalance will feel impossible to ignore now. Passive aggression could be a temptation, yours or your partner's, but it won't get you what you want. Aries energy urges you to cut the chase. Assertive communication looks like telling the truth about your needs without dramatic or martyrdom. The supermoon is your invitation to step out of nice at all costs and into genuine balance. For Scorpios, spotlight your health. Spotlighting your health, routines, and work balance. If burnout has been creeping in, deprivation, deprivation. It's a way to say this word. Maybe the defense you lean on, pretending you don't have needs, convince yourself you can handle everything without rest. Um, State your limits clearly, especially at work. Um, Balance it out. Sagittarius, if you've been holding back romantically or artistically, avoidance may be at the root. You're dodging vulnerability, afraid of being rejected. Reminds you that passion without risk isn't really passion. The way forward is assertive communication. Wow, that's a big word here. If you like someone, say it, be proud of it. That's big. I think that's really big. And for Capricorn, um, You got to work on those beliefs, things like you don't matter or won't be met or anything like that. Aries energy pushes you to break the cycle by claiming space. Um, Assertive communication is your anchor here. Oh my goodness, how many times? Whether it's telling a parent, I can't discuss this right now, or setting boundaries with roommates, clarity is key. Try not to get too aggressive. Aquarius. A lot of charged up conversations. People might blurt up, snap, or get defensive quickly. Overreactivity could be your temptation too. And overall, of course, slow down in those conversations. Big time communication. For Pisces, you may notice passive aggression in financial or relationship dynamics, like someone making you feel guilty for what you earn, spend, or want. This lunation invites you to step out of it and see what you value and don't be ashamed of it. Interesting here, very interesting. Um, I guess I never really think about certain signs getting certain things, you know what I mean, or feeling certain things. Um, but yeah, thank you all for watching and watch the other videos. Thank you all so much.